is Lick of the Day 64. How are you today? It's very cold. That's why I'm wearing, my hoodie here. So when I go out, I don't freeze. Anyways, today we're talking, we're still on the blues, right? Talking that C blues. So when you think about the blues, what comes to mind? And when you think about guitar, what comes to mind? It's definitely bending notes, because there ain't that many instruments I can do it. So, today's lick of the day, we're using that pentatonic scale just like we would use for the C blues, but we're going to bend to some different notes, okay? Now, when we do that, it's important to understand that when I started guitar and my teacher taught me that minor pentatonic scale, I went crazy. But then I saw on TV, Carlos Santana was like bending notes. And I thought to myself, how do you do that? And so I asked my teacher, I said, I noticed that my favorite guitar players are bending these notes. And I said, how do you do that? And he said, well, like a good one to bend is this one. Or this one is good too, he said. So that's all I bent for 5 years, maybe, I don't know. And then I realized at one point that he sort of sold me short, because you can bend any note you want. You just got to know where you're bending to. You have to, you just have to be sure about where you're going to bend. So we're going to take the C minor pentatonic scale, which we would use for blues, and like let's say we put your third finger up here on the G note. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to bend this one to the A note. It's got to be the next note. Then I'm going to play this F note and bend it to the G note. Then I'm going to take this E flat note, bend it to F. And then I'm going to bend this one. But you got to use your third finger, because it's hard to bend this all the way up to that E flat note, right? All right, so... Then I'm going to slide up and bend this one to the C note. And then instead of bending this, because by this time we're on that 4 chord, the F chord. Instead of bending this to the B flat, which is in the scale, I'm going to bend it to the A, which is in that F7 chord. And when the chord switches back, when the chord switches to the C7 again, I'm going to bend to the B flat. So for the F, that's in that C chord. Then I'm going to slide up. There's that A note. Now, from time to time, instead of bending this one to the F, because we're on C now, I might bend to the third. Like this. And when you get good at this, you have to, by doing this, it's not just a cool lick. I always have these hidden motives for teaching you these licks, because I want you to develop a good relationship with your guitar, which means you understand instinctively the tension on the strings, and you develop your ear so that you bend to these pitches. And that's really the goal in mind here. And when you get good at it, you can slide around while you do it. Watch. Every time I do, I make a mistake, but you'll get the point. And sometimes I'll go like this too. All right, so these are cool sounds. And, when you do it, you're showing that you have a command over the instrument, that you're the master of the instrument, and the instrument is not the master of you, and that's what you're shooting for. Okay, so check out the demo and try it. It takes a little bit of time, but you can do it. I believe in you. All right, so have a nice day, and see you next time.